morning, Ma'am. So we are the Group 5 and our title is Models of Penology to the Old Bilibid Prison. So let's define penology. So penology, it also referred to us as penal science. It is the third division of criminology that is focused on the philosophy and practices of society in its efforts to repress criminal activities. And also, the word penology was derived from the Latin word pena, which means pain and suffering.
Correction is the branch of the criminal justice system concerned with the custody, supervision, and rehabilitation of criminal offenders. It is the field of criminal justice administration which utilizes the body of knowledge and practice of the government and society in general involving the processes of handing individuals who have been convicted of offense for purposes of crime and control. In the Philippines, correction is the fourth pillar of the criminal justice system. Correctional administration. It is the study and practice of a systematic management of jail or prisons and other institutions concerned with the custody, treatment, and rehabilitation of criminal offenders. As a process, it is the reorientation of the criminal offender to prevent him or her from repeating his delinquent action without the necessity of taking punitive action, but rather introduction of individual measures of reformation. This is also synonymous with penal or jail management. This is defined as the manner or practice of managing or controlling places of confinement as in jail or prison.
Justification of punishment are retribution, meaning a punishment should be provided by the state whose sanction is violated, or offenders should be punished because they deserve it. Explanation or atonement. It is a punishment in the form of group vengeance where the purpose is to appease the offended public or group. Punishment gives lesson to the offender by showing to others what would happen to them if they violated the law. Incapacitation and protection. The public will be protected if the offender has been held in conditions where he cannot harm others, especially the public, him in a prison. And reformation and rehabilitation. It is the establishment of the usefulness and the responsibility of the offender to renew him as a law-abiding citizen and productive member of the society upon his release.
Stringent forms of punishment. Number 1, death penalty. So, death penalty affected by burning, kanang sunugon bitaw ka nga buhi pa ka, beheading, kanang pugot ulo, then hanging and other forms of medieval executions. So, number 2, physical torture. Affected by maiming, mutilation, whipping, and other inhumane or barbaric forms of inflicting pain. So, 4 and the last, banishment or exile. Banishment or exile, the sending or putting away of an offender which was carried out either by prohibition against coming into specified territory such as an island to where the offender has been removed.
Contemporary forms of punishment. Imprisonment. There are the parts of contemporary forms of punishment. First, imprisonment. Putting the offenders in a prison in a purpose of protecting the public and at the same time of rehabilitating them by requiring of offenders to undergo institutional treatment program. Second, parole. It is a conditional release after the person has served part of his sentence and supervision parole officer. Third, probation. A disposition whereby a defendant after convicting conviction of an offense, the penalty of which does not exceed 6 years imprisonment, is released subject to the condition imposed by releasing court and under the supervision of a probation officer. Click to add title. 4. Fine. An amount given as a compensation for a criminal act. 5. Distiro. The penalty of banishing a person from place where they committed a crime. Prohibiting him to get near or enter the 25-kilometer perimeter.
Old Bilibid Prison, then known as Cárcel y Presidio Correccional or Spanish Correctional Jail and Military Prison, occupied a rectangular piece of land that was part of Malik State in the heart of Manila. The Old Bilibid was established on June 25, 1865. Under a Spanish royal decree, it is divided into two sections: the cartel state section, which would accommodate 600 inmates, and the presidio, which could accommodate 527 prisoners.